guys, welcome back to Cosmic Files. Today we're taking a look at an interesting video here that was recently streamed live from the UAP Disclosure Fund, and this is with Dr. Eric Davis, and he mentions 4 alien species. If you're unfamiliar with Dr. Eric Davis, he is an American physicist renowned for his work in advanced propulsion physics, astrophysics, and the study of unidentified aerial phenomenon, also known as UAPs. He earned his PhD in astrophysics from the University of Arizona in 1991, with research focusing on the low plasma torus at Jupiter during the Voyager missions. So he definitely has a very sophisticated background when it comes to basically being kind of a crucial part of what has been going on behind the scenes with these UAPs in the government. So interesting to note here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the video and see what he has to say. And then we're going to kind of go into some of the more notable accounts of these 4 different types of species.
They're typically the multiple species. People are familiar with the Greys, the Nordics. People are talking about reptilians and insectoids. It's not that they're reptilian or insectoid, it's that they resemble to the recipient of reptile or insect type humanoid, because they have this a head and 4 limbs and torso. So
Large, small,
human size, human scale.
and how many are accrued?
Well, the Greys I'm familiar with from investigating the crash at Corona, which is misnamed the crash at Roswell. It's not the crash at Roswell, it's the crash at Corona in Mexico. Those were Greys, those were 4 foot tall. And the Nordics are typally human size, probably, I've heard 5 to 6 feet tall. And same with the people who mislabel reptilian and insectoid, they're roughly that height too. I haven't heard anything about anything 7 or 8 feet, 9 feet tall.
These 4 species are not new. They have kind of been known within the field of ufology for a relatively long time. When it comes to the alien greys, one of the most notable encounters and widely researched is the Betty and Barney Hill encounters in 1961. If you're unfamiliar with that, it was the first widely publicized abduction case, and it was one that actually described Greys conducting medical procedures on the people, Betty and Barney Hill. One of the interesting things to note is that there was actually a map that was drawn by Betty herself, and she basically said that it was an exact 1-to-1 copy of a star map that was shown to her via telepathic connection by one of these aliens, and was later confirmed that was an actual constellation. One of the most notable encounters with the alien Nordics would have to be the Howard Menger and some of the Adamski information as well. And Menger claimed to meet basically these beautiful humanoids from Venus, and they basically conveyed this message to him that was kind of about peace, music, and healing. And then the alien reptilians, on the other hand, kind of have a way different kind of feel or posture to them towards us humans, which those accounts were claimed primarily by David Icke and Mutwa's accounts. And so if you're unfamiliar with David Icke, he wrote a few different books trying to outline what he thought was the whole entire reality that we're living in, and that it was controlled by a very dark reptilian race that was essentially snatching our souls after we die and imprisoning them back on planet Earth. If you're interested in learning more about him, just Google him and you can kind of see everything that he has basically claimed to be true from his perspective on how the reptilians actually work. And what's interesting to note is that a lot of the other encounters out there and information that we have of reptilians is that they're not exactly a very benevolent race. So it's a very dark area kind of when you go to explore what they're about. And then alien mantids. So this is a very interesting race in the sense that we do have a lot of information from Whitley Strieber, who has written several books about the mantids themselves. And one person that has recently popped up into this kind of area of study has been Dr. John Blitch, who was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. military. And he goes on to explain with Ross Coulthart. Well, you'll just see for yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video.
It's not inconceivable that one day you might actually get the opportunity to meet your abductors.
I already did. A tall, 7-ish foot praying mantis looking being was upset with me and was
this
chastising me.
This was during one of your abduction events?
This is right around the same time as this mountain bike incident. It was the environment that I thought it was in my bedroom on the third floor of a split-level house, and it came through a sliding screen door. There was a deck out there, 3 stories up, no stairs down, and just walked right through the door, was standing over me. And again, I was terrified, frozen, paralyzed to the bed. And I got a male presence vibe from this being. And he's just looking at me very intently and explaining to me, look, this body that you got, it is just a soul housing group. It's a brain housing group. It is just a machine that your soul occupies for this lifetime. And so, yeah, we're going to mess with it. We're going to get up under the hood and we're going to adjust the carburetor, right? I had just dated myself there. We may swap a couple of parts out, but we can't steal you. We can't steal your soul. We can't steal your consciousness. So quit screaming and writhing around and let us do our frickin' job. And it's like the equivalent of a surgeon telling the patient, stop squiggling, just like the veterinarian to my Labrador Retriever, hold him down, for crying out loud. I gotta be able to check this tendon. And so I got that very condescending and vigorous instruction. But here's the thing. As proof, there was this image that he put him, and it was terrifying. His mandibles that were kind of behind like a casing or a shell opened up, and he starts grabbing chunks of my cheek, and he's ripping it, and there's blood spattering on the wall, and I'm feeling the tug, and I'm feeling this flesh, and the whole time he is conveying to me, see, we can't get your soul. We could do a lot of damage to your body if we want to. We don't. We're trying to help you, but this is how bad it could get. So stop squiggling around and let us get this done.
And was that physical damage to your cheek real?
No, I felt the tugging. And I had the visual, again, a false fuzzy memory.